What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be highlighting Munchlax. And you're probably asking, why not Snorlax? Snorlax does have higher attack and higher defense, but Munchlax has almost 30 points more in stamina. So that's why we're going to be using Munchlax. And to highlight some shield scenarios, if we look at the 2 shield, Munchlax wins a pretty good amount of 2 shield situations. These aren't all of them, these are just quick highlights. And if we look at the 1 shield, he wins against Altaria, Hypno, Tropius, Whiscash, and Registeel. And comes very close to everyone else. So yeah, so today we're going to be running Altaria and Lantern with the typical attacks. So for the first match, we're going to be going up against a Zuni 2011. So we bring out and we lead with Munchlax, and he leads out with Stunfisk. This is a matchup I am not familiar with, but we're just gonna go straight body slams because body slams have stab and will do more damage than a non-stabbed earthquake, and it will be more energy efficient for us too. So he does land a discharge, and we're gonna be going for the body slams. So he's going to go off with another discharge, and we're just going to take them and probably shield once. So we go for the body slam again. It looks like I'm going for the earthquake, but then I take a second guess, and you know what? It's going to be better with the body slams. So we're going to go double body slam, overcharge a little bit, just a second guess, to let them know like where I am with my energy. So we go for the second body slam. And they do shield, which is I'm totally okay with. And we're just gonna let Munchlax go down. We're gonna bring in Altaria, farm up some more energy, and we're gonna have a little bit more energy to get a Sky attack next. So he brings out Skarmory here. Now I know Lantern takes not very effective damage with the Sky attack, so I make the switch into Lantern to absorb that attack. Now I'm expecting him to switch to something else. I get a few shocks in, and I go for the Thunderbolt, and he has to shield this. If he doesn't shield this, he's gonna go down. So he does shield, and he makes a quick swap and take out Vantula. Now, I really want to get a Hydro Pump off of this thing, because if it does get a Hydro Pump, it's gonna be one-shotted. So we go for the Hydro Pump, and let's see if this lands. And it does land. So we're in a really good spot right now. So yeah, okay. GG's to my opponent. He forfeits, and that was a very good game. Yeah, I'm really Munchlax was one of my first Pokemons for my first teams, and I'm really loving it. So I'm not going to be running it in Season 2. This is just to highlight Munchlax. So good luck to you guys for Season 2. My goal is to get rank 10. And I still haven't got there. What are your goals? So, second battle. So I notice he leads out with Skarmory, and he brings out Shiftry. So I'm guessing this is Caleb Pang's team with Double Grass with a Meganium in the back. So I know his whole team is going to be weak to Altaria. So I'm going to be shielding up everything. I'm going to double shield my Altaria and have an emphasis on my Altaria taking this whole team down. So I'm going to be shielding up. I actually ran this team for a while, and I really liked it. It's fun, it's very consistent, and you have a set line against each mob. So he does land the File Plate here, but I'm going to go ahead and farm down and save up energy for the next Pokemon that comes out. So it is a Skarmory. I do have saved up energy for that Meganium in the back, and Munchlax has an excellent matchup against Skarmory. So he does bring out the Meganium, and I do make a mistake here. I think for the next attack, I go for the Earthquake, but it's best just to go to Body Slam. This could be a different match I could be thinking of, but we should always go Body Slam here. If it's neutral damage for the attacks, we should always go Body Slam. So I do land this Body Slam right here. And he does get taken down with some charge damage. Now it's going to be Lantern versus my it's going to be Skarmory versus Lantern, and Altaria, so it's not looking good for my opponent. Whatever he throws at me is going to be not very effective, so I'm just going to go ahead and land these Thunderbolts, and all I need is one more. Whatever he throws at me, it's not going to do very effective damage. So this is GG right here. Good games. Good games. Landed, don't care if I hit the bubbles, but it's all good. So he ends up forfeiting. On to the next match. I actually really like Lantern. This was like my original team when I first started, because this is like what I had, and I did switch from Munchlax to Vigoroth, which I really enjoyed, but Munchlax has a lot more HP and can take a lot more damage. So I'm really liking what's going on here. So we're up against Bravely Edgy. So Umbreon, this is actually a really bad matchup for us. In all shield scenarios, Umbreon is going to win. So I'm just going to be throwing Body Slams, and it looks like I'm going to switch. I want to see how much the Earthquake does, but I already know that I should be going for Body Slams. I'm just curious at this point. So he does shield, which is great for us, and he does bring out Deoxys. Again, I'm not familiar with this matchup, but I know he has double moves that I'm weak to, so I shouldn't have gone here. But my Dragon Breaths are doing a lot of damage here, so I'm going to go ahead and double shield this. I really want to do a fence form Deoxys. This seems really cool. So we go for the Sky Attack, he shields, and we get another Sky Attack. So I like to overcharge just to make sure just to like confuse my opponent, like to see where I am with energy. The Umbreon comes back out. He's probably gonna land a foul play. My Altaria is gonna go down, but I make a quick switch into Munchlax and go for the Body Slams. Again, this is a very bad matchup for us because Umbreon is just gonna outpace Munchlax. So I'm hoping to get another Body Slam here. Makes a quick switch into Ivysaur, and we go for the Earthquake. I know I should have, in this situation, a double Body Slam. That was the best choice, because if we wouldn't be able to land double Body Slams. So we go for the Earthquake. He does throw the Sludge Bomb, and that's going to be a GG. So all he needs to do is land another Power Whip after this one, and good games. Very close game, very close game. But yeah, it's if the grass comes out against my Lantern, it's pretty much game over. So GG's to my opponent. I'm not gonna be running this team. This is just for highlighting Munchlax. So on to my next team, next match. So we're going up against Swampert. So this is actually a bad matchup for Munchlax. He loses in all shield scenarios. So we go for the switch in Altaria. Now I noticed something here. So I noticed my Dragon Breath's damage is doing quite a bit. And there's a breakpoint with Dragon Breath against Altaria and Azumarill that Dragon Breath is going to be doing 1 more damage. So I think this might be the scenario, or I could be totally wrong. So if you look at the health compared to my Altaria, I'm pretty much outpacing here. So I'm going to go ahead and double shield this, so that forces my opponent to shield. I'm going to go for another Sky Attack, so he's probably going to burn his last shield. And I make the quick swap into Munchlax and go for the Body Slam. And these Body Slams actually do a pretty good amount of damage here. If I could get to another one, which I won't, it would knock it out. So he does go for the Hydro Cannon, almost knocks us out. Can we get another Body Slam? Yes, we can. So that's going to be taking out the Swampert, and I'm hopefully he doesn't have grass in the back. Okay, so this is a Quagsire. Quagsire is a closer. All of his moves are going to be big hitters. It's kind of like a Groudon in Master League. So he's going to throw an Earthquake. It's going to pretty much knock me out here. I go for the Thunderbolt. because I didn't think I was going to get into the Hydro Pump, so it knocks out the Zoom Roll, which is great. But he's going to be able to have enough energy to go for a Stone Edge and knock out Altaria. And I was so close to knocking this thing out. This was a very, very close match. So GG's to my opponent. That was a good switch on his part. And yeah, knowing the situation. So I need to get better at getting to know the win condition, like in the middle of a match or if I'm behind, and being able to get switch advantage back in the middle of the match. So again, we have another Swampert lead against Munchlax, and this isn't good for us. So I go ahead and take the first Hydro Cannon, and I'm going to be building up to close to Earthquake just to throw off my opponent again. But we're going to go straight Body Slam. So he does block it, and I'm going to be able to get to another Body Slam. I'm going to switch out here to Altaria, hopefully to catch this Hydro Pump because it will be resisted, and I'm going to do my best to farm this thing down. So he does switch out into Altaria. I do have a slight energy advantage, so I should be able to get to a second. No, I'm just going to get farmed down here. Or no, he throws a second Sky Attack, or the first Sky Attack. And I'm going to be going into Lantern. Going to be doing an aggressive farm down here. Hopefully this will put me into the lead and being able to throw whatever is coming out next. We do get some lag, but we have enough energy to knock out whatever's coming out. So I do get the Hydro Pump on him. If I did throw a Thunderbolt, that wouldn't have been very effective. So I'm hoping to get the Hydro Pump here, and we do. And this game is actually another close one. So we quick switch into Munchlax to get the Body Slam. I have a shield. I'm going to throw this up, and hopefully we could outpace him to another Body Slam. But look, we CMP tie. CMP tie. So that's if we were to land that would have been game. So GG's to my opponent. Yeah. So I hope you guys you have a chance to try out Munchlax. It is a good solid pick, especially if you don't have a lot of options on if you don't have a lot of Pokemon on your Pokedex, because Munchlax is a fairly common Pokemon to get. So thank you again for watching. This is Pogo Sean GG here, and like, subscribe, and comment down there. See you guys next time.